What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Yep, it's that time. You know what time it is. It is the time for the ABCs of Wealth Challenge. We are on day 24. I had to think about that, right? We are on day 24 of 26. Can y'all believe it? We are on the home stretch. Tonight we are on X. X. What can we do on the X? Look, y'all know what to do. Type in your city and state where you are logging in from. Terry Reed, I see you out there. And with you logging in and with you putting it in there, I know you can hear me. What's up, my man, Al Tariq? Look, y'all. We are on X, right? And let me tell you, X is very challenging. Out of all the ABCs that we've done, or all the letters in the alphabet, X is a little challenging. But I'm going to say this, and I want you to be real understanding of this, because there's some things that's going on. There's an X factor, right? There is an X factor that we all need to look at. And the X factor is us. I need you to understand this. I'm going to go dive straight in to you, wealth, and education, because you are the X factor, right? As you say, Terry, X-Files, right? Let me tell you, reason you are the X-File is because you see entertainers, musicians, you see athletes especially, you see lotto winners, you see all type of people all the time come into wealth and they lose it. And they lose it because of the X factor, which is themselves. Why? Because they were not educated on what they needed to do to keep their finances, right? So you got to think about it like this. Money is the root of all evil. And I'll tell you why. My mentor always said that the worst type of money that anybody can ever make is a little bit of money. And why is that? Because when people generally start to make a little bit of money, they start to smell themselves, right? I know when I was growing up and used to get flipped with my mom, she used to always tell me, D, what's happening with you, Z? I see you, girl, all the way from Detroit. But let me tell you, when I used to grow up and I used to get smart with my moms, I used to always hear her say, you smelling your lips, son. You know what I'm saying? What's happening now? What's going on, May Journey? Jason, what's happening? I see you out there. But look, she used to always tell me, you smelling yourself, man. You know, you smelling your lip. That's what my mom used to say. And that's my sister calling. But anyway, that's what my mom used to say. But she used to say that because I used to think. I used to have that posture on certain things that I thought that I knew more than her. Or I knew something that she didn't know, right? That's what I used to think. Keith Russell, what's happening to you, 16? And the point that I'm making is when you get a little bit of money, you start to smell yourself a little bit. And as my mom would say, you're smelling your lip. The thing about it is when wealthy people get their wealth, they listen and they take a look at the X factor, which is themselves, and realize that they don't know everything. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We feel that we know everything. Something major just happened in the sports realm, if y'all follow sports. A famous football player by the name of Odell Beckham Jr., right? Outstanding athlete. One of the top receivers in the league. But I want you guys to look at the X factor that I'm about to explain to this. Odell, on November 12th of last year, signed a deal with the Rams, with the Los Angeles Rams, which is the team that he plays for $750,000, right? That was the deal that he signed. It was $750,000. He announced that he would take that in Bitcoin. Back then, he said, I will take that in Bitcoin, the whole $750,000. Well, at the time that he made that deal, Bitcoin was worth $64,293, right? Today, Bitcoin is worth $35,400. That deal, that $750,000 deal, today is only worth $412,000, $412,953, right? Follow me now. Because Odell is in LA, in the state of California, he will be taxed on the $750,000, and the federal tax in the state of California is 50.3%. 50.3%. That means that Odell, as of now, has netted only $35,703 from the Rams contract that he signed that was worth $750,000. Cool. What's happening with you, brother? I want you to understand the X factor in this. He signed a $750,000 contract and he's only getting $35,000 out of it. The reason that I say the X factor that you got to look at, I don't know the brother. Let me say that. I don't know him. And I don't know what advisory he had from his financial advisors. But the point is with the education that he had, he decided to take a very high risk. All investments are risk, right? But the X factor is he took it upon himself to say, I want to take all this in this certain type of currency, and this is what he ended up with. That is the X factor. Guys, you got to start looking at yourself, and you can't keep blaming society as why you don't know what you didn't know. I tell my friends and family and partners all the time, stop teaching your next generation, whether that's your children, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, those coming behind you that you are mentoring. Stop giving them or buying them what you didn't have and start teaching them what you didn't know. Y'all, that's the X factor. The X factor is you. You are the reason why you are not successful in the factor that you are, because of lack of education. But with the resources that we have today, from your cell phone, which is a computer that you carry around every single day. I grew up with the card catalog. That was going to the library. Going to the library. They pointing you to the card catalog. I might be telling my age. But, Lavos, what's going on? I grew up with the card catalog. I didn't have access to a computer that I walk around with. The point that I'm making is the resources that you have of today, you cannot blame society no more on the fact that you don't know. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. You got social media. You got people, trainers, coaches, influencers that are doing it and that have done it, that can educate you and show you what to do and what not to do, which, mind you, are the two things that you learn from man, what to do and what not to do. I know we on X, and I'm going back to the X factor, but the last thing that I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to get on out of here, is we need to take a serious X-ray. If you take your financial portfolio right now, hold it up to the light and examine it. What is going on inside of it? Let me tell you, if you're not investing, you're not even on the road to wealth. Why are you not examining that? Let me say this. I know for me, I have more working years behind me than I do in front of me. But ask yourself, if you do not have $10,000 right now in the bank that you can go and grab and put your hands on, right? If you don't have $10,000 that you can go and put your hands on right now out of the bank, that means that I come to you tomorrow, we go at 0900 hours and go to the bank and you let me use $10,000. If you don't have that, do you realize that that means that if you've worked a minimum of 20 years, that you have not even saved $500 for the year? For the year. Not per month, not per paycheck. That's for the year. Because $500 times 20 years would give you $10,000. Some of us are wearing $500 shoes. Some of us ladies are carrying $500 purses. Some of us are rocking $500 outfits, but you have not saved over $500 a year for 20 years. That's the X factor. If you have a job, and believe me, a job is a blessing, but don't be satisfied. If you are still at your job overpaying taxes, you need to X-ray. I heard earlier my man Jason Thomas say that he's an active duty military business partner of mine, right? He said that he has a LES, which is a leave and earning statement in the military. He said that he got an instant pay raise of over $200 off of the information that he educated himself to and the stuff that was exposed to him, because guess what? He wasn't smelling his lip. He looked at the X factor, he took an X-ray, and he actually opened his mind and listened to what he was being told by somebody that was in a better position than him. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. That man got himself an instant pay raise of over $200. Why is that? Again, because he listened. How many of y'all, and how long will it take for you to get an instant pay raise of $200? They barely give you $1 on your annual review. Come on, y'all. Why are you still with a job, still giving away a third of your income? Why do you not have and own a home-based business? Why do you not own a business, period? You know why? Because you ain't been listening to the ABCs of Wealth Challenge. That's what this whole challenge is about. Educating you on your mindset and strategies from people that have already been doing it and that have proven results to show you here in 2022 how to get off on the right start. Look, y'all, I'm feeling good right now, right? But I gotta go. I'm telling you again, check the X factor, and the X factor is you. Don't be like these entertainers, these athletes, these musicians, these actors, lotto winners. I mean, even those that inherit wealth. Don't be like those that have gotten wealth and have lost it all because of the lack of education that they deprived themselves from. It wasn't because it wasn't available, but they didn't look at the X factor, which was themselves. Take a look at your personal financial portfolio and look at it and X-ray and see how much your net worth is. Find out how much of a legacy, if something was to happen to you, would you leave for your children? Life insurance is not a legacy. Life insurance is not an inheritance. Life insurance will pay off your debt if you don't have the right. Why are you not partnering up with the right people and Xing out those in your circle that are not elevating you? So you gotta X them out. X. I guess X is a word, right? X. Look, y'all, I'm about to roll. If you like what you have heard tonight, definitely click like, click share. I appreciate y'all so much for rolling and rocking with me. We got 2 days left and I am running to the finish line, not because that's it, but the ABCs of Wealth Challenge is over. But you can definitely go back in my timeline, look at the other letters, and start your challenge yourself. If you're ashamed or nervous, I don't want to say ashamed, but if you're scared of going live, you don't have to go live. Dedicate every single day for 26 days straight that you will listen, so that you can learn something of the gems that I've dropped. Because I'm telling you, if you are on this side of capitalism instead of the right side, and you don't understand that game, you will continually get played and get X'd out. All right, y'all. I'm Brandon Caldwell. Click share, click like, and definitely share this video. Share this video. Share this video. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.